Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be creating a custom hook, which is going to be called useEffect, which is going to be used for the data fetching scenarios. So normally, I would suggest you to use React query or something like that. But if you plan to basically you plan to use effect only, then better have that logic somewhere segregated to make a custom hook. And it's a properly interview question as well. I don't know whether you'll be using in workplace or not, but the hook which I'll be creating will be a basic generic one. You can handle the edge cases which comes with use effect. There's a very popular library or sorry article about why you should use React query instead of use effect. Just Google search, you'll understand what are the reasons, but we'll be focusing on just creating a bare bones simple use fetch hook, which is going to have basically is going to give us return the value data or is error loading, etc. Anyway, it will become clear when I start coding. So anyways, we can get started now. I've created a basic Vite project. As you can see, it has a basic stylings, nothing fancy there. So anyways, let us get started. Hooks, use fetch. Let's see, something went wrong. I forgot to use DSX. Ah, sorry. RFCE, useFetch. So we'll be having a couple of state variables. One is going to be data, comma, set, data, use state. Then we'll be having is loading. Then we'll have error if we have an error for some reason. We'll be going through all of the scenarios. Don't worry about that. By default, it will be error or null. Initially, I'll give null. Similarly for data also, it will be null or the data. So what will happen is like we need to have some way of identifying data. So what I'll be using generics, and I'll be passing the type where I'll be using this hook, use fetch. So let me do one thing, add here type t, it will return, it will take couple of, first of all, it will take couple of things. Let me add that as well. Let me add URL, which will be string. Mm, okay, now it looks fine. Options, there can be multiple options. I'll have just method for now, which will be get, and this will return. What I'll do is like I'll create a type itself outside. That would be better. Interface or interface, you can say result. This will have data, which can be type t or null. Type will be the type which t will be the type which will be passed where we'll be using this hook. This will become clear if you're getting confused. Don't worry about it. And error will again be, it will be either error or null. Is loading will be a boolean of boolean type, and interface result I need to pass type here also t. So now what I'll do is like I'll say result t. Okay, this looks somewhat fine. Options assigned a variable but never used. Don't worry, we'll use it. So anyway, we'll be returning this variable data as I mentioned outside is loading as well as error. So what we'll do here is like we'll create a function use effect. As I mentioned, I'll be using a bare bones ones. This is not recommended for production. There are a lot of edge cases which will be coming up here. So don't use it in production. I'll just give, like I mentioned, just check out that article. It has the complete, it has the complete updated use fetch if you want to create, if you want to use use fetch in production. I would say use stand stack query or something like that. But anyways, uh, let us come back to the topic. So let me create a function. I'm saying function fetch data. I'll call this whenever URL is there. I think I'm taking the URL as input. Yeah, I'm using that. If URL is there, I'll just call fetch data, and this will have try catch as well as finally. So first of all, set is loading to true so that we have started the fetching, and we'll call await fetch the fetch API. We'll pass the URL as well as the options. I think this is correct. I don't think I've missed out anything, but anyways, we'd have response out of this. And there's a gotcha here whenever using fetch API, you need to handle the response. If the response is not okay, then throw basically something went wrong with the API call. Throw new error, network error. Okay. If response is not okay. Otherwise, no error will be thrown and we can set the data after converting it to JSON. Wait, mostly I'm assuming the response is JSON. Again, like I'm assuming a lot of things, so that's why I'm saying it's not for production. It's just for cracking for your interviews or at least for your curiosity, I guess. Set data, then error will be set error. Error, it will not be happy because I need to type it also. And similarly, set is loading will be again false because we've stopped the loading finally. Even if something went successful or wrong, we need to make the set is loading as false. Why that is the case, you'll realize when I'm using this hook. Anyway, let me check whether I've missed something or not. I don't think I've missed anything. Oh yeah, I've missed it. You need to have URL. You can add options, but again, you need to memorize the options because it will be an object. It will change the object. It will re-render again and again. So, good luck with that. Anyways, we'll be using this hook. Use fetch, and it needs to have a generic used here. So, for now, I'll be lazy and not be adding types, but you can add it. Is loading data error, or is it complaining? Ah, yeah, URL also needed to be typed. So for now, what I'll be using is like I'll be using the JSON placeholder API. So let me add that. JSON placeholder dot ipcode dot com/post. So this should work fine. Now we'll be using the early return logic. If is loading, then we'll just return a div tag with the loading text. If something went wrong, if error is a value, then something went wrong. So hence we'll be showing that as part of error dot message. And if nothing went wrong, everything is successful, we'll be coming here and just do read tags to see what is the data. JSON dot stringify data comma null comma 2. Oh, done. Let's see if everything works fine. It's loading and it's null. Let me see if I've done something wrong. Oh yeah, but by the way, this should be error also. And this will be data null 2. This I'm passing it. Let me check whether the URL is correct. HTTPS JSON placeholder dot typecode dot com slash post. This looks fine. For the fetch also, data set data is loading error. Use effect async function fetch data set is loading to true. Response is await fetch URL options. I'm destructuring it. Then I'm checking if response is not okay, network error. Otherwise, I'm doing the response to JSON. Okay, sorry, I forgot. I need to set not the data. Here I need to be having something. Const result. Let me give a result. Set data result. Let's see now it works. Hopefully, refresh. Loading. It was very. I am assuming you have seen the split second loading. Now, if you want to throw an error, just come back here. Write some random URL. Save. Sorry about that. Refresh. Loading network error. You can throttle the. I don't know how to do it in Edge. But anyways, I think here or what? Yeah, it's here. 3G. It's gonna load for some more time now. It's taking too much time. It's loading. Then it will come in. Similarly for that also. So anyways, this was it for this video. The code will be attached in the YouTube description, and I'll be creating a lot more other hooks as well in this playlist. So do check them out as well. And bye.